russosbrand.com, where the pros are the pros.
This was sent in by Jury's Pedicure and Final Boss Engaged. It's Dave Meltzer talking about the max number.
Legitimately this week, or last week, if Raw had, if Dynamite had, I would say between 350 and 365,000 watching on Max, which would be live in same day, not for the week. For the week it probably has it, but live in same day, which, it could have. It's a number that's very, very viable. I've seen mathematicians that have sent me with their work that believe that 350 is low. Wait a minute. He just used a word that I have not heard in years.
So mathematicians are now sending him numbers as they relate to Max.
Yeah, instead of actually having an actual viewership numbers.
Right.
We got mathematicians crunching some number to come up with what this max number should be. Yes.
Mathematicians.
Reaching out to Meltzer, yes.
Go ahead.
Viable, I've seen.
So he's talking about 350,000 here.
Right.
Probably has it, but live in same day, which, it could have. It's a number that's very, very viable. I've seen mathematicians that have sent me with their work that believe that 350 is low on this and think it's considerably higher. My estimate would probably be closer to 350.
What are these mathematicians basing it on? What are they basing it on being low and it could be higher? Based on what?
Well, let's see. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. 2x minus 7. Carry the 3. Yes, AEW is getting 350,000.
We've got mathematicians involved. Oh, my God. Go ahead.
50 is low on this and think it's considerably higher. My estimate would probably be closer to 350, but if it beats the 350 to 365, then Dynamite has got more viewers. Last week would have more viewers than Raw had, which I don't think would have been on anyone's bingo card.
So now, do you see where he's taking this?
Yes.
This is a number we don't know.
Right. Well, the mathematicians, though.
Well, because of the mathematicians, now he is putting out the narrative.
Yes.
To get into people's heads.
Yes.
Because that's all they're going to hear.
Yes.
Right? Dynamite has more viewers than Raw.
Yes, I believe it.
Than Raw had, which...
This is insane how he got there.
50 is low on this and think it's considerably higher. My estimate would probably be closer to the 350, but if it beats the 350 to 365, then Dynamite has got more viewers. Last week would have more viewers than Raw had, which I don't think would have been on anyone's bingo card in the world at the end of December of last year.
How is Dynamite doing essentially the same viewership as Raw, yet one of the shows draws 3,000 in the building, the other draws 11,000?
Alvarez right there is not buying this at all.
Yeah.
But he's not going to say that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So we're now getting the narrative out there that Raw is being beaten by Dynamite because of Max.
Is Raw, yet one of the shows draws 3,000 in the building, the other draws 11,000.
There's never, the same reason why Glow used to draw ratings and not being able to draw any fans, and Memphis Wrestling did giant ratings when they were drawing 1,000 people to a show. It's not a big correlation, between one and the other.
Memphis was local TV. Memphis wasn't nationwide across the world. Memphis Wrestling was in Memphis, bro. So how big a number are they going to draw? It's Memphis. Glow was a niche show. Glow wasn't a prime time show seen all over the world. It was a syndicated show. He's comparing those shows to the landscape now with WWE and AEW in primetime television on a major cable channel. He's comparing Memphis, Tennessee.
Didn't Glow do studio shows?
Yes, of course.
Like they didn't travel around and sell.
No, they did shows, Jeff, from the casino. They were in a casino in Vegas. That's where they did the shows, a casino. So they had a built-in audience.
Meanwhile, we've seen what the WWE ticket prices are, and we've seen what the AEW ticket prices are. AEW is way cheaper.
Yeah.
So if they have the same amount of people watching as WWE,
right,
it doesn't make logical sense that WWE is drawn 3.5 to 4 times the amount of audience they are when their tickets cost that much more.
Right. I mean, you could say, obviously, a TKO is a, advertising, marketing, publicity, PR, machine without a shadow of a doubt, but not quadrupling the numbers that AEW is doing when, according to Dave, the same amount of people are watching on TV. That's such a stretch, bro. That's unbelievable.
This is the biggest propaganda I think I've ever heard from him.
I agree.
When it comes to AEW's viewership, that the only number we see is a consistent 600-ish thousand for Dynamite every single week. But now, because of mathematicians that know some magic formula with some isosceles triangle or something, they've been able to calculate that AEW actually has more viewers than WWE. This is insane.
Bro, I swear to God, I would love, bro, the Colorado Rockies, Jeff, are 21-72. Okay, you understand, Jeff? They're 51 games under 500. I would love to tell Dave, I swear to God, Dave, I live in Colorado. The Rockies are 21-72. Convince me that the Colorado Rockies are a good team. Convince me. I would love to hear that. I swear to God. And I got to tell you, bro, I think after like 30 minutes, I would believe, they're really not that bad. I mean, seriously, this is incredible, bro. There's no max numbers. So where did the mathematicians pull these numbers from? Do we know?
He didn't specify. He didn't get into any details. Yeah, that's what I would love to see.
I bet you, Jeff. I bet you this is what they did. I bet you, Jeff, you can somehow, some way find out how many subscribers Max has. I guarantee you could find that out somewhere. How many people subscribe to Max? I guarantee you could find that on the net. Then, Jeff, they probably took that number and took the AEW number and how many people are watching on television. And because those are the only numbers they have. How many people are watching AEW on TBS and how many subscribers on Max? Somehow, some way, they took those two numbers, Dave and the mathematicians, somehow took those numbers and have come up with 350 to 365,000. Somehow, some way.
But even then, that's still less than WWE. So Dave is saying the mathematicians are even saying it's more than 350.
Well, yeah, because if you add, that
would still be barely 1 million.
Yeah, exactly. If you're adding 365 and 365, that's about 725. Raw is still doing over 1 million.
Well, so it would be 600 on Dynamite, most likely. They do around there, 600 and some thousand.
Okay, so 600.
So we're at about right 1 million-ish.
Yeah,
still less. So that the mathematicians are saying that the max number is even higher than that.
Yeah, in order for them to be beating the WWE.
Yeah, just pulling that out of their butt.
Do you think he's legitimately getting it? Dave, my name is Joe Blow.
Yeah. No doubt.
I'm a mathematician. Mathematicians, Jeff.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Because you know how to do math, all of a sudden you can figure out how many wrestling fans are. That's not how that works. You could even say, well, if Netflix has so and so many viewers and this percentage is watching Raw, well, then this percentage of Max viewers have to be watching. But that's not how that works.
Jeff, here's what it is. They took how many homes TBS is in, and they divided the number They divided the viewership of Dynamite. They divided the viewership of Dynamite into how many people have access to TBS, and they came up with a percentage. Okay, so in other words, 10% of all the people that can get TBS into their homes are getting are watching Dynamite. That's what they did. So they took that, and then they got the how many people subscribe to. They did the same exact thing. Well, if this much watches here, when these many people get TBS, then this much. That's basically what they did. They either did that, Jeff, or nothing at all. But I don't know how they did nothing at all and somehow came up with 350 to 365,000. They had to do something to come up with that number.
Yeah, and there's no way, just because it's like that on one thing doesn't mean it's like that on the other.
Absolutely, of course
especially
not.
when the majority of Max people have had Max for years.
Right.
You're telling me that all these wrestling fans were watching Max for other stuff? These would have to be AEW fans that all they do is watch wrestling 20. Like you just had that thing 34 hours a week of wrestling. You know they're watching all the New Japan stuff and anything else that's going on, but yet they're also watching Max in their spare time. They already had Max, so now that same amount of people, we're just going to watch Dynamite here. Like you would assume it's a completely different customer base.
Yeah.
So just to think that, it's going to be a 1-to-1 correlation, you can't prove that without the number.
Well, Memphis was drawing,
That's true. Glow.
Yeah, Glow too. So he's never going to stop, bro. This guy cannot be wrong. He cannot be wrong.